There's a specific kind of tired that sleep doesn't fix. You feel it after someone says something cutting and you replay it for 3 days. You feel it when you gave everything to a person, a job, a dream, and got silence in return. You feel it in that quiet moment before you fall asleep, when you're not crying, not panicking, just worn down. Like the world has been slowly filing away at your edges, and there's a little less of you left than there used to be. And here, what nobody tells you, it doesn't happen all at once. Nobody breaks in a single dramatic moment. You get broken in installments. A criticism here, a betrayal there, a rejection you didn't see coming, a disappointment you saw coming and couldn't stop. And each one takes a small piece, and you keep going, and you tell yourself you're fine, until one ordinary Tuesday you realize you've been operating at half strength for so long you've forgotten what full strength even felt like. If that landed, stay with me, because I'm not going to tell you to think positive. I'm not going to tell you the world is beautiful and people are good. Some of them aren't, and pretending otherwise is how you get hurt again. I'm going to tell you something harder and far more useful. You can become someone that all of this stops reaching. Not by becoming cold, not by shutting down and calling it strength, but by rebuilding your mind so that criticism, rejection, pressure, and disappointment stop landing where they used to land. That's what unshakable actually means. Not that nothing hits you, but that nothing knocks you over. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly how that's built. Because it is built, piece by piece. The same way you got worn down, you can get rebuilt, except this time on purpose. Let's begin. Most people who feel fragile aren't weak. That's the first thing you need to understand. You are not weak. You're permeable. There's a difference. A weak person can't handle much. A permeable person can handle a great deal. They just have no filter between the world and their nervous system. Every insult goes straight in. Every mood in the room becomes their mood. Every rejection becomes a verdict on their worth. They feel everything fully immediately with no buffer. And that's exhausting because you're not just living your own life, you're absorbing everyone else's all the time. The good news buried in that is this: sensitivity and strength are not opposites. The strongest people I've ever known feel deeply. They just learned where to put the wall, when to let something in, and when to let it pass straight through them like weather. That skill, knowing what to absorb and what to release, is the entire game. And it's made up of 8 specific shifts, not tricks, not affirmations. Shifts in how your mind actually processes the world. Let's take them one at a time. Lesson 1. Stop taking everything as evidence about you. Someone criticizes your work. Within seconds, you've gone from "they didn't like this" to "I'm not good enough." Notice how fast that happened. One comment, and you've quietly put your entire worth on trial. Here, what's actually going on. The human brain is a meaning-making machine, and its favorite subject is you. When something negative happens, your mind rushes to explain it. And the fastest, most available explanation is almost always, "Something is wrong with me." Psychologists call this personalization. It's a cognitive distortion, meaning it's a predictable error the mind makes, not a truth. But here's what most people never realize. Most of what people say and do is about them, not you. The colleague who snapped at you had a fight at home. The person who didn't text back is drowning in their own life. The critic who tore into your work is projecting a standard they can't meet themselves. You are a supporting character in almost everyone's story, not the villain, not the cause. The shift is this: stop treating every reaction as data about your value. Treat it as data about the other person's state. When something stings, ask one question: is this actually about me, or am I just the nearest surface it landed on? 9 times out of 10, you're the wall the ball bounced off, not the reason it was thrown. You are not the meaning your mind assigns in the first 3 seconds. Learn to wait for the truth to arrive slower than the panic. Lesson 2. Learn to hear your own voice. There's a voice in your head narrating your life right now. For most people who feel fragile, that voice is not on their side. It says you always mess this up. They're going to leave. You're too much. You're not enough. And here's the strange part. You would never let another person talk to you the way you talk to yourself. You cut them out of your life. Yet you give this voice a microphone and full access 24 hours a day. There's a deeper reason why this matters so much. Your inner dialogue isn't just commentary, it's instruction. Your nervous system listens to it and responds physically. Tell yourself, I can't handle this, and your body floods with stress chemistry. Your chest tightens, your thinking narrows. The words aren't describing your reality, they're building it. Now here, where everything changes. You cannot delete that voice. Trying to silence it just makes it louder. But you can do something far more powerful. You can stop believing it automatically. You can hear the thought, I'm going to fail, and instead of obeying it, simply notice it. Ah, that's the fear talking again. You've just created a gap, a tiny space between the thought and you. And in that gap lives every ounce of freedom you'll ever have. The goal isn't a quiet mind. The goal is a mind you no longer take orders from. Lesson 3. Detach your stability from applause. Think about the last time someone praised you. Felt good, didn't it? Now think about the last time someone ignored or dismissed you. That emptiness afterward, that's the bill for the pleasure. They come from the same account. If your good days depend on being liked, then your bad days belong to whoever decides to dislike you. You've handed the steering wheel of your entire emotional life to people who aren't even paying attention to you. That's the trap of validation. It feels like fuel, but it's actually a leash. Most people get this completely wrong. They think the answer is to stop caring what anyone thinks. That's not possible, and honestly, it's not even healthy. Humans are social creatures. We're wired for connection. The goal is not to become indifferent. The goal is to become your own first source of approval, so that other people's opinions become a bonus instead of a verdict. Here's the practical shift. Start keeping private promises to yourself and keeping them. Said you, wake up early, do it when no one's watching. Said you, finish the thing, finish it with nobody clapping. Every promise you keep in silence builds a quiet, unglamorous evidence file that says, I can trust myself. And a person who trusts themselves doesn't need a crowd to feel real. The applause is nice, but you must stop mistaking it for oxygen. Lesson 4. Make peace with discomfort instead of fleeing it. Watch what you do the next time you feel an uncomfortable emotion. You reach for your phone, you open the fridge, you start a fight, you scroll. Anything to not sit with the feeling. We've become a species allergic to our own inner weather. But here's the cost nobody counts. Every time you escape a difficult emotion, you teach your brain one lesson. This feeling is dangerous, and I can't survive it. You get a little relief now, and a little weaker for next time. The avoidance shrinks your life one comfort at a time, until your whole existence is organized around not feeling bad. which, ironically, is a miserable way to live. This is the part people usually miss. Discomfort isn't the enemy. Discomfort is the raw material of every strong thing you admire. Discipline is just the ability to be uncomfortable on purpose. Courage is action in the presence of fear, not the absence of it. Growth, by definition, happens at the exact edge of what feels okay. So the shift is to stop running and start staying. Next time anxiety rises, don't fix it, feel it. Name it. This is discomfort. It's a sensation. It will crest and pass. Sit through 60 seconds of it without reaching for an exit. That's it. You're training your nervous system to learn something revolutionary. I can feel this and be fine. A person who can tolerate discomfort can do almost anything. Because you can't be controlled by a feeling you're no longer afraid of. Lesson 5. PUT space between the trigger and your response. Someone says something rude. Instantly you're firing back or shutting down or flooded with heat. It feels automatic, like the reaction is you. But it is. There's a moment in there, thinner than a heartbeat, where you actually get to choose. Most people have never learned to find it. The psychology here is old and well established. Between a stimulus and your response, there is a space. In that space is your power to choose your response. That idea runs from ancient Stoic philosophy straight through to modern cognitive science, and it holds up because it's simply true. What breaks people isn't what happens, it's how instantly and unconsciously they react to what happens. And once you understand this, nothing feels the same again. Because you realize the person who insulted you isn't in control of your afternoon. Your reaction is. And your reaction is the one thing in this entire world that can actually belong to you. Here's the practical move, and it's almost embarrassingly simple. Pause, one breath. When something provokes you, do nothing for 2 seconds. Don't reply, don't tense. Just breathe once and let the first wave of reaction pass through, because the first wave is always the dumbest, most reactive version of you. The second thought is wiser. The pause is how you let the wise one speak instead. Reactive people are easy to control. You just push their buttons. Responsive people are unshakable, because their buttons stopped being connected to anything. Now, I want to be honest with you about something, because it matters. Watching a video like this creates a spark. You feel it right now, that click of recognition, that sense of yes, I need to live this way. But a spark isn't a fire. Real change doesn't come from understanding an idea once. It comes from returning to it, applying it on the hard days, catching yourself, and choosing differently until the new pattern becomes who you are. That's exactly why I wrote my book. It takes everything we're touching on here and turns it into something you can actually practice. The frameworks, the reflections, the specific exercises for rewiring how you respond to pressure. If this video is the spark, the book is what keeps the fire burning long after you close this tab. The link is in the description whenever you're ready to go deeper. Now let's keep building. The next 3 shifts are the ones that make everything permanent. Lesson 6. Build an identity, not a mood. Here, why motivation keeps failing you. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are weather, they come and go, and you have almost no control over them. Building a strong life on motivation is like building a house on a tide. Some mornings the water's high and you feel unstoppable. Most mornings it's out, and you're stranded on the mud wondering what happened to the person you were last week. There's a deeper reason why disciplined people seem so consistent, and it has nothing to do with feeling motivated. They stopped relying on feelings entirely. They shifted from, "I feel like doing this," to "this is who I am." A person who is disciplined doesn't need to feel like being disciplined. The way you don't need motivation to brush your teeth. It's just what you do. It's identity, not mood. This is the most important shift in the entire video, so hear it clearly. You don't become strong by waiting to feel strong. You become strong by acting like a strong person on the days you feel weakest, and letting those actions slowly rewrite the story of who you are. Every time you do the hard thing while feeling like garbage, you cast a vote for a new identity. Enough votes, and the identity becomes automatic. Ask yourself a better question. Not "do I feel like it?" but "what would the strongest version of me do right now?" And then do that, especially when you don't want to. That gap between how you feel and how you act is where character is forged. Feelings are guests. Identity is the house. Stop letting the guests decide who you are. Lesson 7. Get comfortable being misunderstood. There's a particular pain in being misjudged. Someone decides who you are and gets it completely wrong, assumes the worst, spreads a version of you that isn't true, and everything in you wants to run around explaining, defending, correcting, making them see. That urge to be understood can run your whole life if you let it. But here's what most people never realize about that urge. The need to be understood by everyone is really a need to control how you exist in other people's minds. And you can't. You have no access to the inside of another person's head. They're seeing you through their own fears, their own history, their own limitations. Some people will simply never get you right, no matter how perfectly you explain yourself, because the problem was never your explanation. It was their lens. And this is where a strange freedom opens up. The moment you accept that you cannot control what people think of you, you stop performing for an audience that was never going to clap anyway. You get to just be. To act from your own values, instead of managing your reputation in 100 minds you'll never enter. The shift is this: let yourself be misunderstood. Let some people have the wrong idea about you and don't chase them down to fix it. Save your energy for the few who actually see you clearly. Reputation is what strangers think you are. Character is what you actually are, and only one of those is your business. The person secure enough to be misunderstood is impossible to manipulate. Because you can't threaten someone with an opinion they've already made peace with. Lesson 8. Build a place inside you that nobody can reach. Everything we've built so far leads here. Because there's a difference between someone who manages stress well and someone who has genuine peace. And it comes down to one thing. The peaceful person has an inner center that doesn't depend on external conditions. A quiet room inside them that the world doesn't have the keys to. Most people don't have this. Their inner state is completely at the mercy of what's happening around them. Good news, they're up. Bad news, they're down. Their calm is borrowed from their circumstances, which means it can be repossessed at any moment. And it will be because circumstances always change. Here's the deepest truth in this entire video. Real peace isn't the absence of storms. It's having somewhere to stand that the storm can't flood. And you build that place through the small daily practice of coming home to yourself, through stillness, through reflection, through moments where you're not consuming, not reacting, not performing, just present with your own mind. 10 quiet minutes a day where you check in instead of checking out. It sounds too simple to matter. It's the foundation of everything. Because when you have a stable center, the world can take your job, your relationship, your plans, your comfort, and it still can't take you. That's what unshakable finally means. Not that the storms stop, but that there's a part of you they can no longer touch. And once you've built that room, you carry it everywhere. So let me tell you what actually changes now, because I don't want you to expect the wrong thing. Life is not going to get easier. Let's be honest about that. People will still criticize you. Someone you trusted will still let you down. Pressure will still show up on the days you have nothing left. Rejection will still find you when you're already low. The world doesn't stop testing people. That was never the promise. But you are going to be different inside all of it. The criticism will come, and it'll land on a person who no longer takes it as a verdict on their worth. The betrayal will come, and it'll reach someone who has a place inside them it can't destroy. The pressure will come, and instead of collapsing, you'll find that pause, that breath, that space, and you'll respond as the strongest version of yourself instead of reacting as the most frightened one. That's the whole transformation. You stop trying to control the world, which was never yours to control. And you started mastering the one thing that always was your response to it. The insult that would have ruined your week becomes a comment you barely carry past lunch. The failure that would have defined you becomes a chapter you learn from and close. You're not colder. You're not numb. You feel just as much as you always did. You've just stopped letting every feeling drive the car. You became permeable in the right places and solid in the ones that matter. And the strange thing is, people will feel it before they can name it. There's a calm that comes off a person who can't be easily shaken, and it changes how the world treats you. Not because you got louder or harder, because you finally got rooted. That's the person you're becoming. Not someone the world can't touch, someone the world can no longer break. Powerful ending. The world will keep coming. That's not pessimism. It's just the terms of being alive. And that used to terrify you because you were facing it with an open wound and no defense. Now you're building walls where you need them, doors where you choose, and a room in the center that belongs only to you. You will still get tired. You will still have hard nights. But you'll never again wonder where your strength went, because you'll know exactly how you built it and exactly how to build it back. That's what it means to be unshakable. Not perfect, not untouchable, just rooted deeply enough that the wind can blow as hard as it wants and you stay standing. Here's the truth about what just happened. This video gave you the map, the 8 shifts, the language, the awareness of what's been happening inside you all along. But awareness fades if you don't feed it. In a week without reinforcement, most of what you felt today will quietly slip back under the noise of daily life. That's not a flaw in you. That's how the mind works. Insight without repetition evaporates. That's the entire reason my book exists. It takes these ideas and goes far deeper. The underlying psychology, the frameworks for real situations, the reflection prompts and exercises that turn "I understand this" into "I live this." It's built to be the thing you return to on the hard days, when a video isn't enough and you need something to actually hold on to and work through. If today lit something in you, don't let it fade. Follow it. The link is in the description, and it's genuinely the best next step for anyone serious about becoming the strongest, calmest version of themselves. You felt what's possible. Now go build it for good.